What's going on, Tech Feed? John Rettinger here. Today we're taking a look at the all-electric Mitsubishi i-Miev. I've been a big proponent of electric cars, not necessarily for the green factor, but for the raw instant torque that they bring. This little guy is packing 66 horsepower and a tiny little kilowatt-hour battery. Let's go ahead and give it a drive, see how quick it is, whether or not it's worth your car buying buck. So the i-Miev looks like a golf cart and it drives like a golf cart. There's not much here that's practical, and that goes down to the littlest of components. Pretty much every other electric car on the road right now is a smartphone app. You can go ahead, log in, see how much charge you've got. You can set the charge time to charge, off-peak hours, check out all kinds of electronics on the car. This is what Mitsubishi gives you with their car. Little fob, gotta make sure that it's powered on, then you can get some information about how charged your car is, but not before you pull out the pretty old school antenna. I actually walked around for a while with this thing up to the side of my head like I was making a phone call. All right, so what's gonna keep this little guy putt-putting along? What's gonna live under here? But unfortunately, I can't show it to you. What it is a 49 kilowatt motor, all kinds of electric components under there, and power inverters are gonna put juice from the 16 kilowatt hour battery pack. It's gonna get you to 60 in a very snail-like 13 seconds. It's gonna be putting out 66 horsepower. You heard me correctly, 66 horsepower. So in all the cars we test, we got to see how big the trunk, the back hatch is. And this one, not very big, but it does pass our patented 1 John in the trunk test. One of the other startling impracticalities about the car is how it is charged. Right at the very beginning of the cable, the male end where it goes into a wall, it's about a 3-pound power brick. I've seen chargers for pretty much every other electric car. This is the most impractical way I have ever seen a car get its juice. But that's about typical for a car like this. So our car came equipped with a $2,800 premium package. That's gonna give you a 40 gigabyte hard drive, navigation, backup camera, and oddly enough, heated side view mirrors. This car is designed from a car that's built in Japan, so it wasn't made to be an electric car, and you really can see that throughout. So you've got your standard AV modes here, FM, AM, USB, and iPod. Bluetooth audio does work pretty well and will stream metadata. No satellite radio here is included. At speeds under 30 to 40 miles, the car is absolutely fine. Get you where you need to go, you'll feel fine getting there. Whenever you gotta go to highway speeds though, that's when things become a little precarious. This car is not stable. 2,400 pounds is not overly heavy in the car world, and despite the batteries being down low, the car does not feel secure at all. I found this computer system to actually recalculate based on driving style the best and give a most accurate representation of how many miles you can really drive based on your current driving style. They say this car can get up to 63 miles. Generally, I found after a full charge, it shows me about 60. When you have the car in drive, it's a very mild regen, so as I go ahead and take my foot off the pedal, you'll start to feel a little bit of regen in the gauge cluster. It'll go down and show you that it's charging, and that's really it. You don't feel any sort of sudden jerk. When you put it into its next drive mode, and these are not gears because no gears on this car at all, that's going to be eco mode, which is going to tone back the throttle quite a bit. And if you thought this car was a dog in regular mode, wait till you drive it in eco. So with 66 horsepower and a 0 to 60 time of about 13 seconds, this thing is clearly no speed demon. But I ran a little track in high school. I think I actually might be faster than this car from starting off. So one way to find out, it's a man versus machine. I'm gonna race the Mitsubishi i-Miev. You have to stretch before you party. One, 2, 3, go! So what's the verdict on the i-Miev? If you didn't already guess, stay as far away from it as you possibly can. At this price point, you're looking at Nissan Leaf, almost Chevy Volt category. Those are way better values for your money. The best thing for me about electric cars is the instant torque, and that the i-Miev doesn't even have. This thing really offers absolutely nothing. If you want fuel economy at a lower price point, go for a Civic, go for a Prius, go for any of the other econo boxes out there, but don't touch this car with a 10-foot pole. It is not going to be worth it. Plus, you don't want to feel like you're going to get blown over on the freeway. I'm John Rettinger from TechnoBuffalo's Driven. Stay tuned every week for a new car episode. So it's time to get ready for a Fisker for the common man. Plug-in Cars reporting that the Fisker is prepping a plug-in extended range model that's going to compete with the Chevy Volt.